The North Korean military has successfully landed at Vladivostok, and Chinese forces are pushing north towards the Soviet airfield in an effort to capture several ports along the coast. Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Bear vs. Dragon for Wargame Red Dragon. It is a pleasure to have you here. The year is 1979 as the Soviet Union threatens to invade China. China launches a preemptive strike, and that's what we're here to do today. We've already captured one of our objectives by turn 2, and we're going to be closing in on the enemy port that remains there very soon. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Get her up to 1,000 likes. If you'd like to see more content like this on the channel, go ahead and vote for it by hitting that like button. That's, of course, your way to show your support and vote for more strategy, World War II, or modern day on the channel. Without further ado, let's get into it then. The Battle of Dosen't is going to be fought right here, right now. We're going to capture this airfield. We have our superior 2nd Tank Regiment that's about to roll over the enemy, so you're about to see a huge tank battle, as well as our forces pushing east towards the final objective, and going to capture another airfield here very shortly. All right, before we do that, actually, let's go ahead and call out some land forces if we need to. Let's see if there's anything that looks useful. I suppose not, so let's go ahead and capture the airfield first, and we'll see what we can do after we have a new airfield to run our shiny planes on. 2nd Tank Regiment, 5th Infantry Battalion, Close Recon, and also the 8th Attack Squadron is here, and also plenty of enemy aircraft and plenty of enemy tanks as well. Wow, look at that. Still 10 T-34s remain and 4 Su-122s, but versus our tanks, it won't be but a thing. 40 ZTZ-59s ready to go. All right, let's launch the battle here and get right into it. We're about to see a huge battle here as I am going to prepare a bunch of tanks ready to go forward. We're going to have a wall of steel in front of us, or in front of the enemy, more importantly, in order to push all the way to the last objective. We are pushing all the way through with our tanks here today, so for those of you who love tanks, you're about to see some wonderful tank-on-tank violence from the Soviets and the Chinese. So let's go ahead and get a few more squads ready to go, a few more tank battalions ready to rock. There we are. I think we need a few more tanks here. It can't never go wrong with a few tanks, you know. All right, let's go ahead and get some recon here. 2 in the center and 1 on the flank. We should be able to scout out everything that the enemy has within seconds. All right, let's also get some bombers up. We're going to need some Q-5IAs, which should be able to drop bombs on the enemy. I think 2 should be enough. So, without further ado, let's clear our objectives. We're going to move into Bravo, Delta, and then flank on the highway to the right all the way up to Echo. So it'll be slow and go on the left flank and then turbo on the right, or vice versa, depending on which way breaks through first. All right, here we go. All right, enemy forces are going to be spotted here shortly, and then we'll be able to bring in the bombs. We're going to get our forces up on the plateau to the left and see if we can flank on the right. There we are. And the rest of our forces will push forward here. All right, the huge tank battalion is ready to roll. Our tanks are being ordered forward. There they go, and they're already engaging enemy armor. Oh, wow, lots of enemy armor. All right, let's call out our aircraft right away. Okay, our armor's being hit. Watch it, watch it with the recon, boys. Hold back a bit. Recon's always a little ambitious, it seems. Hit them in the flank if we can. Here comes our bombers. Fantastic. All right, there they go with some of their action. They're about to drop their bombs. And beautiful, right on top of the enemy. Fantastic. Nothing left in that tree line. Finish off everything else, boys. All right, we don't really have time for enemy infantry, so just finish off everything you can. Lots of enemy infantry in front of us, and enemy tanks over here blocking us at this roadway. T-34 is in an ambush position. Whew, very good. All right, let's continue up the road. We'll have recon can proceed off-road, and we'll push straight into Delta to Echo. Meanwhile, over here, looks like T-34-85s are causing a little bit of trouble. Never mind, looks like we got them out of the way. All right, let's push through. All right, those bombers did a fantastic job of cleaning out the tree line. There's nothing left here aside from enemy infantry, which should be dealt with shortly. And we'll deal with these enemy tanks that are also hitting us. Let's hit them in the flank. All right, 1 enemy tank remains. Good job. Fantastic. All right, the human roadblock that the Soviets have set up with their infantry is out of the way. Let's continue pushing forward. Oh, and it looks like on this flank they're actually getting ready to bail. Looks like they're breaking from Bravo. Let's get that recon up here. Wanted to keep that nice and defended. Infantry's everywhere, so it could be easy for them to kill our recon. There we are. And more infantry. Looks like the last of the defenders are gone. Enemy bringing up what looks to be T-80s, or BTR-80s. Big difference there. BTR-80s times 3. Looks like these are the remnants of their infantry that may have been dropped off. And it looks like the command is fleeing there. I just saw it briefly. That's got to be it. Alright, Chinese tanks are cleaning up in the center. Too much enemy infantry. Bulldoze past them, boys. No time. Alright, let's go for the heart of the enemy at Echo. They've broken on the right flank, as we predicted. Tanks are pushing up towards the center. Let's see if we can find that command that broke off to the right flank. Somewhere over here. He's probably already past the crossroads by now. T-3485 spotted. And it should be just a few more tanks destroyed until we have our victory here. Good targets for the Q5s. Let's go ahead and hit everything in the tree line. Alright, boys. Hold off now. Hold off. Careful, boys. Just a few more points to score. And there goes the UAZ. The enemy's hightailing it out of here. It looks like they are done. The enemy's fully retreated from Echo and everywhere else. Alright, a full total victory. The 10th Tank Battalion, the 11th Anti-Tank Battalion, the 12th Border Battalion, and also the aircraft are destroyed with the loss of a... Oh, darn. We lost a recon. Oh darn. What a noob. Alright, that is 570 kills versus 25. So quite one-sided, and goodbye to their aircraft as well, as we have captured their airfield. Well done, comrade. Now that enemy airport is under our control, you can post your squadrons there. They'll be able to intervene very close to the front. All right, very good. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure we assign our squadron here then. Very nice. And let's make sure we don't have any other moves on the field. All right, that's going to be it for turn number 2 here in Wargame Red Dragon. Let's go ahead and continue then by ending the turn. And now that we control the airfield, we can bring out some other forces as needed. We now have 40 reinforcement points to call out. We're going to be moving towards the east, bringing some of our forces down to the south. And let's leave a some sort of a something here. Anti-aircraft. The only thing that can cross over here, as you can see, there's only one way to enter, and it's from here, which then has to be entered from Vladivostok. So the only way the enemy can get past us is if they either A, have helicopters, or some sort of an aircraft land, which is why I called out the 10th Anti-Aircraft Company, or also pushing through here, which will never let them recapture that, not at all. All right, let's go ahead and go with our other legendary force from the North Koreans, the 16th Shock Regiment, which has Shimano-Ho tanks and Shimano-Ho 2s, which are very, very good. These two tanks, different types of tanks, are very good at ground combat, and we're going to need that on our advance to the east. All right, we should be out of turns here again, and nothing else for us to do. No battles to fight with the enemy. They're not advancing, so let's go ahead and continue on to our next turn, turn number 4. According to our local agents, the enemy started disembarking units and logistical reinforcements in Kavalerovo. We did not expect them to react so quickly. All right, looks like the enemy is then receiving reinforcements as we had feared in the east, so let's go ahead and get right up close and personal with them right now. And we're going to bring our forces back to Vladivostok in order to defend. And we have 25 points now to spend on additional attack forces, or defense in this case. If we capture the airfield, we should be able to bring in some of our forces from the legendary... yes, we'll be able to bring in the People's Army Reserve of the 19th Tank Regiment, which has ZTZ-59s, which are going to be very useful as well. We're going to have these forces move to the east, and then we'll call in those to block. And then we can also have our reinforcements come in via helicopter as well as needed. Well, the helicopters might not be as good, but we can definitely try. And it'll definitely slow the enemy down. Let's see what else we have at our disposal. We have our infantry regiments and a lot more, but it needs time to get here, including this regiment here. But we'll need to capture this airfield before we can do it. Let's see, deploying. Let's see, air defense support. Okay, it looks like they actually have some decent anti-air as well, PGZ-80s, or whatever they may be called. Okay, our forces have arrived at Vladivostok. Again, no other turns to fight, so on to turn 5. Alright, looks like something's sneaking down from the enemy. Ah, helicopter. Good thing we put that there at the airfield. Comrade Major, our advanced air recon has detected a large number of enemy tanks approaching from the north. This is the enemy counteroffensive that we have been waiting for. Okay, well, we're about ready to advance ourselves, quite frankly. We're going to go ahead and push to the east with those tanks. We want a huge tank battle over here. The enemy does have T-80s, T-72s, and so much more waiting for us. And let's see if we can attack to the north. We barely have anything to attack the enemy with. Look at this. We have 9 infantry and a recon, but I'm confident that we can take that airfield. Are you? Okay, me too. All right, let's go ahead and get our, let's see, tank regiment we can't call up. We have 50 points to spend. We could call up more anti-aircraft or tanks or whatnot, but I don't think that's going to be very good at this point. We need, whatever we need, is it has to continue to go east. And we're almost ready to strike the enemy here at Rowboat. So we're going to go ahead and attack in just a moment, but we need to have more air support here. And we need to capture this airfield to call out our reinforcements to block. So essentially, we need to block them here at the airfield, and we need to continue our advance on the right flank. So let's see if there's anything that we can do. We're going to go ahead and push north. We're going to have our aircraft come down to support. And let's see what else we might be able to call out. Long Wang cannot attack unless they're all the way back here. That takes forever. They need to either do that or attack from an airfield. Same with the People's Army Reserve. That's why we desperately need this airfield to call out a lot of our assets, so that way we don't have to spend multiple turns getting them where they need to go. So that'll be very useful. Although the North Koreans can deploy there, the 10th Tank Anti-Aircraft Company, and that might be a useful thing, though it doesn't look like the enemy has any anti-aircraft at the moment. And I don't think they'll use any of their aircraft here. I don't believe so. We'll make up with that with planes very soon. All right, we're sitting on a lot of points for a reason, and that's because we have the airfield. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll deploy our forces, our tanks and infantry, and also aircraft from the airfield as soon as we can. Let's go ahead and launch the battle here. Oh, man. Do you think I can win this one? This is going to be a Hail Mary. I doubt it. What we're going to have to do here is try to get our dig our feet in a little bit and fight the enemy as best as we can. I'm going to go ahead and try to bring up the elite infantry. We're going to try to spike them. If they happen to send up a recon here or there, I don't know. We'll try to get around the enemy and see what we can do. I don't even know if we can make it. Let's call up 2 recon there. This actually might have not been worth it at this point. We're so limited on infantry. They have T-62s. They have tanks. This is basically like the battle that we just fought, except in reverse. We're the ones now who will barely have anything at our disposal. So this will be rather interesting. We do have bombers at our disposal. And we have recon standing by. We have artillery that we can call out, possibly to slow down the Russians. And we have an elite group ready to defend the... I guess we can call that up here. We'll send all of our elite units up. We have more... Oh, no, we're out of commands. We're out of infantry. We're out of support. We have one more recon that we can call up. Why not? Let's go for it. All-out recon. Let's find the enemy command. Okay, that's all the points we can spend. Get to it. All right, let's go ahead and turn and burn on the enemy. It looks like they're occupying where? Oh, right up here. Perfect. I was wondering where their HQ is going to be. All right, we got lucky. All right, we're on the road now. Where's the enemy? No tanks, no nothing yet. Interesting. All right, let's hide our units. Look at our morale. We barely have 500 to their 2,000. I'm looking to spike a command here today. That's our best bet, really. That's all we've got. We have nothing else that we can call out. We've spent all of our points. That's how little we have. All right, recon are rushing in. This is our deep assault team. If they happen to find a command and we win here, I'm going to be absolutely blown away. This will be incredible. 2 incredible victories. The last one being easier than this one. This one we're heavily outnumbered. The last one we only lost to recon. I'll be surprised if we don't lose half of our force here today. What is going on? Where's the enemy? They've got to be around here somewhere. They might be waiting in the tree. There we are. Oh, a Biryusa. All right, not good. That's also going to stop our tanks, or our aircraft, rather, and our ZBDs, too. Let's go up this direction. Enemy command's got to be around there somewhere. We need to be able to drive right into this place. BTR-80s are spotted. Okay, that's definitely the enemy HQ. Where's the huge cavalcade of, like, T-62s and whatnot? Should be seeing them any second. Alright, let's get one up here. Let's get those transports up. Okay, we need to be very careful. Tiptoe around those Biryusas. Alright, transports are coming up to the main road here. Alright, we need to look out for that Biryusa. Oh my god, we may have actually snuck past them. Alright, Alright, I don't know how we did it, but we just snuck into the enemy HQ. What's going on? Where's the enemy tank force? They greatly outnumber us. They have a huge amount of tanks. Somehow the Chinese have just snuck in here. I have no idea how we just did this. The command's got to be around here somewhere. The Soviets are totally not even caught with their pants down, but like not even in the same room. They left their pants at a friend's house. Apparently, there was a big party. Where are the... Alright, hold on. Let's drop troops here. Work into the village. Where's that command? Oh, wait a minute. We must be close to it. They just bailed. Oh, is it breaking from cover? Is that it? No way. What? Are you kidding me? That was the enemy command. A total victory. All enemy forces pushed out with one... Look at... Are you kidding me? 12 T-62s. They have nothing now. An absolute total victory. Lasted 2 minutes and 52 seconds. We pushed deep behind their lines and found the command. There is no way. There's no way. We saw beer uses and just drove around. Wow. I guess they were more fearful of our... you know what? They probably had their tank forces stored over here, and they were probably advancing towards us. And they probably had anti-aircraft with them as well. So we got to them before we saw the blob. Oh, my God. That is huge. We now have the airfield. That's massive. And the enemy aircraft are destroyed. The enemy just lost all of their aircraft. That is a massive victory. Absolutely just beyond comprehension right now. Wow, we can now roadblock enemy forces here with our heavy tanks. Let's go ahead and get that tank regiment ready. Oh, it looks like they can only deploy here. Oh, because it's on the Chinese border? Okay. All right, well, that's unfortunate. I didn't realize that, but we can still drive around. And actually, our forces will have time to R&R in the next turn. And we can actually assign this aircraft here. But let's not do that because they could attack. I can't believe that. That's incredible. Whew. Okay, what else do we have at our disposal then? People's Army Reserve and the Long Wang Attack Force. The best I can see here is maybe these tank infantry here as well. 3rd Infantry Regiment, because we're going to bring all the rest of our tanks over this direction. But we can line up some more tanks here, more than likely ATGMs. Oh, looks like, wait a minute, the Long Wang Attack Force can spawn from here. Well, that's good. Okay, at least we'll have some better infantry ready to defend then. Anti-tank company, which consists of Su-100s and BRDM-1s with ATGM launchers on it. Not that great. Actually, wait a minute. Those might be the perfect thing against the enemy tanks over here. So let's go ahead and get them moving. We're going to go ahead and deploy them here. Everyone else can park and R&R. Fantastic. Good job, guys. Alright, that's our defense force here for today. That's fantastic. Absolutely phenomenal. Wow. Okay, can we get any of our units moving? Okay, we're going to wait to attack the enemy here. Or wait till they attack us. Can we... we can't assign here. The enemy's... I don't know if they're going to... We just routed them. I don't even know if they're going to attack again. Let's see what happens. Let's end this turn. Oh. Well, we have to avoid the battle here for the 10th Anti-Air Company. Let's see here. Should be able to avoid the battle. Actually, wait a minute. This group didn't have a command unit with it. I already anticipated them taking that airfield. Okay, hold on a second. If we avoid that battle, they'll capture that, and that'll destroy that. Aircraft. All right, let me undo that. Too many good things going on to avoid. All right, a minor mistake on my part in moving those troops, not knowing that this 10th Air Company, Anti-Air Company, did not have a command, so that we would have lost that in that aircraft. So, too bad there's not an undo in this game, but yeah, I noticed it before we even went into battle, so we're good here. We're going to then push on to capture this final objective here, though I believe the enemy might assault us in the next turn. So we do have, oh, actually we'll have several positions to hold, and they'll attack from up here, so we should be able to flank them from those defensive positions pretty easily. All right, we're going to keep all the infantry where we're at. These guys are going to stay. Company's going to stay. Everything else seems to be set up the way it was. So we should be pretty good to go here. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Turn 6 now. We need to do this before turn 18. And it looks like they want to fight us here at the airfield. All right, looks like we've got plenty of battles to be fought here. All right, let's fight this one at the airfield again. Looks like they're only going to be coming from Charlie, with lots of helicopters, Mi-24Ps times 6 plus Spetsnaz. So let's go ahead and launch the battle here. Wow, yet a third battle. These have been going by so quickly. These turns have been just blowing past as we've been preparing over and over again for enemy attacks. Alright, we're going to need anti-aircraft up like crazy. So that means PGZ 63s and also ZG 80s, and also the shoulder launch variants too. We need to surround the enemy and make sure they don't escape. I think the best thing to do is probably to drive in from several points. And note that they are going to use a lot of autocannons, missiles, rockets against us. That could stun our units rather easily. But we need to defend this airfield, so we will do just that. Alright, let's get a couple more up over here as well. We'll try to zoom in from the road. And we'll try to keep all these together as well. Try to see if we can sneak them up here and park them near their command center. Enemy's more than likely going to have a command center or a command unit, flying unit, trying to break out from cover to try to capture one of our positions here, and we don't want them to do that, so we're just going to put anti-aircraft weapons, shoulder launch man pads anywhere we can. Looks like that's about all we've got. And we're just going to keep a couple of squads back here. I'm going to try to push in this direction. See if we can get to Charlie and kill their command before they have anything to say about it. Okay, let's go ahead and launch the battle. Alright, enemy helicopter spotted right away. We'll be losing some units due to multitude of rockets. PZGs are firing. Enemy aircraft there. Enemy helicopter. Multiple enemy helicopters up and running. Alright, enemy helicopter down. We stopped the blob for the most part. Oh, yeah, we got the command that tried to go to Echo. There was one attempting to try to go to Delta. We just need to find the one at Charlie now. Looks like that might be it right there. That's probably an enemy command. Okay, we now hold Charlie. A little messy here, but definitely not something we didn't anticipate. Go ahead and deploy. Get them to stop paying attention to our units. There goes the enemy command there. Alright, we'll occupy that city and stop the rest of their helicopters. Let's go ahead and have them target only the enemy command. And enemy command down. Fantastic. Super low morale, but an absolute victory here. Enemy special forces have been kicked out of the area. We lost a lot of units too, those PGZ 63s. Maybe it wasn't the smartest thing, but we were able to corral those enemy units and basically eliminate those helicopters. So those shouldn't be a threat again anytime soon. Very good. Okay, we should be able to move this tank around as well. Should be able to refit these units as well. Not too bad. Okay, they may attack the airfield again shortly. Going to move our forces here to Nankoka. And they do have anti-aircraft here as well, so we need to be careful about that. They, I believe, do have Biryusas with their tanks. Yes, the 4th Anti-Aircraft Company will be escorting them with Iglas, Bucks, and Tors. And then also Terms and, yes, the Deadly Biryusa. That's our biggest fear against our helicopters and aircraft and anything else that we might bring in. Very good. All right, we've had a successful defense of the area. And I will see you guys next time for perhaps the last 2 battles. We'll brush this enemy military aside and capture. I don't know. We'll see what happens here in Wargame Red Dragon. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.